You can level up any role in Red Dead Online fast and unlock better grinding methods and unique cosmetic items, but you will need specific tips for each role, so let's begin with such tips for Bounty Hunter role. To level up Bounty Hunter fast, you will need to know three main things. First of all, there is no difference in amount of gold that you will receive for delivering bounty targets dead or alive, but for delivering bounties alive, you will receive twice more money, experience, and role experience. In regular missions or infamous bounty missions, when you have to deliver multiple bounties, you need to keep them all alive. But in legendary bounty missions, you actually need to bring only the main target alive. For example, on higher difficulties of Red Ben Clemson legendary bounty mission, you will have to bring Ben and his bodyguards. And you actually need to keep only Red Ben himself alive. There will be no difference in payout if you will kill his bodyguards or deliver them alive. Second important thing to know is that different bounty targets are granting different amount of money and experience. Gold is exactly the same for all the missions, we're gonna talk about this later. So $2 bounties will give you more money and experience than $1 bounties, $3 bounties and infamous bounties that you can unlock by purchasing prestigious bounty hunter license will give you even more experience, and the most amount of experience you will earn from legendary bounty missions. And once again, amount of experience that you will earn in legendary bounty missions will depend on a difficulty level that you actually cannot choose, you only unlock difficulty levels one by one. Anyway, on 1-star difficulty you will earn 1000 experience points for 30 minutes spent in a mission, and on maximum 5-star difficulty you will earn 1500 experience points for the same mission. By the way, legendary bounty missions are paying different amount of money, but amount of experience that you can earn is exactly the same for all of them. The third and the most important thing that you need to know about bounty hunter missions is that amount of money, gold and experience will depend on how much time you've spent in the mission. It makes no sense, but if you will complete the mission super fast in less than 3 minutes somehow, you will earn very small amount of money and experience and no gold at all. On the other hand, if you will spend 30 minutes in the mission, you will receive maximum possible payout. But actually there is no reason to spend 30 minutes in each mission. It will be much better choice to complete each mission in 9 or 12 minutes exactly. This way you will earn maximum amount of money, gold and experience per hour. And yes, to measure time, it's better to start your own timer right at the beginning of the mission when you will get control over your character, because in many missions there will be no visible timer on the screen. So knowing all that, to level up bounty hunter fast, focus on legendary bounty missions, preferably on high difficulty. Try to complete such missions in exactly 12 minutes and obviously deliver bounty targets alive. Unfortunately, legendary bounty missions will have unskippable 48 minutes cooldown, so during that cooldown just go and grind infamous or regular bounty missions and also complete them in 12 minutes exactly. And obviously do not forget to complete all bounty hunter role daily challenges, they will give you additional experience as well. And yeah, these tips should be applied to all the roles. And now let's talk about how you can level up trader role fast, because this role takes the longest to level up. First important tip is to always complete resupply missions. Every 50 minutes of real life time, creeps will run out of supplies and you will have a choice to order supplies for $20. In this case, supplies will be delivered to you and you also will receive 10 materials, but you will get no experience, so order supplies only after leveling up trader role completely. By the way, instead of waiting for 10 minutes when ordering supplies, you can always change lobby and supplies will be delivered immediately. But when you only leveling up, always complete such resupply missions, because for each mission you will receive 500 role experience points. Second thing that you need to know to level up trader faster is that for donating any kind of materials you are getting 5 experience points exactly. So for donating large animal animal carcass, and for donating something like animal tooth or feather, you will get exactly the same amount of experience. Yes, you will get almost no materials for donating these smaller animal parts, but you probably have a lot of them already, so just donate the smaller animal parts and get this extra experience. But the first tip is the most important one for leveling up trader roll fast. Make as many local deliveries as possible, just one by one, almost empty wagons. You don't need to wait until the wagons will be full with goods, and yes, you will earn less money, but for each delivery, even if you're delivering only few goods, you will earn 200 experience points. And if you will place your camp in specific location, your local deliveries will be extremely fast, so you will literally be making them one by one. There are two best possible locations for your camp when you leveling up trader roll. Both are in Gap 2 fridge, right here and right here. This one is even better. From these camp locations you will have only two possible local deliveries, and they will be extremely close to your camp. What I usually do is I go somewhere here, then open left menu, choose camp and properties, and setting up my camp in Gap 2 fridge. If it's already in Gap 2 fridge, just not in the best location, you need to replace the camp to some other region and then bring it back to Gap 2 fridge. For the fastest leveling up possible, you want to place your camp here. Sometimes it will be taken by other players who are leveling up trader roll or just want to make super fast local deliveries. In this case, switch lobby and see if this place is not taken there. Moonshiner roll is another roll that takes quite some time to level up, but with help of these tips you can level it up faster. First of all, when your moonshine is being produced, go to Maggie and accept bootlegger mission. It's a really simple missions in a free roam, and yes, you're not getting paid for completing them, but completing each will decrease your mash price by $20, plus you will earn some good amount of roll experience. Also keep an eye on such moonshiner random encounters while traveling in a free roam. Quite often you will see a roadblock on the road where you will have to kill revenue agents or a rival moonshine production. Second important tip is to always add flavor to your moonshine production. It not only increases the selling price, but also gives you additional experience when you add in flavor. 100 experience points for 1-star flavor, 200 for 2-star, and 300 for maximum 3-star flavor. To add flavor you will need materials. Most of them can be bought via Keflog, but you will still have to go around and gather some berries. Use Red Dead Online interactive map to find out where you have to search for each specific berry. But be careful when you're choosing 3-star flavor. You need to be sure that moonshine will be ready before the buyer will change. In other way you will have to deliver to Bert Higgins and will earn much less. And the main tip is to focus on delivering weak moonshine even after you will unlock average moonshine by purchasing business upgrade on level 5. Yes, this way you will earn less money, but you will earn more roll experience per hour, plus you will have more opportunities to add flavor. Just deliver wagons with weak moonshine and some flavor one by one, but try to not break any bottles, so stay on the road and don't drive too fast. Collector is probably the easiest role to level up, but there are still some things that you need to know. First of all, you're getting roll experience for picking up collectible items, different amount for different items by the way, and you're also getting roll experience for selling full sets of collectibles to Madame Nazar. Here you will receive exactly the same 1,500 experience points for any collection. So obviously to level up faster you need to focus on getting full collections. This way you will earn much more money as well. But some collectible items are random, and it's not guaranteed that you will find this specific item. It might take a while to get the full collection of coins or arrows, for example. So it's better to focus on guaranteed sets of collectibles, such as tarot cards, family heirlooms, collectible alcohol or flowers. You can be sure that during one day you will get a full collection of such items. In case of collectible flowers, you can get actually 3 collections per day. Using Red Dead Online interactive map, you can find each specific item location, so just unselect all items, then select collections that you are looking for example tarot cards, swords and pentacles, because they are more expensive, and then just generate route and start collecting. By the way, after you will get full collection, it's not even necessary to go to Madame Nazar to sell it. You can send it to Madame Nazar from any post office. You will receive exactly the same amount of money and experience. Second thing to remember when leveling up collector role is that there are so-called weekly collectible sets. They always consist of 3 items only, not necessary even collectible items, so you can get them easily and sell them to Madame Nazar to get some amount of money and additional experience. To level up collector even faster, on level 5 go to Madame Nazar and buy a shovel, and on level 10 go to Madame Nazar once again and buy a metal detector. You need this tool to collect additional items, and yes, you're probably not gonna get full collections of these items, but for picking up items with help of shovel or metal detector, you on average will be earning more experience points, like 250-300 experience on average. So after generating the route for guaranteed sets, just go here and choose tools you have, only shovel or all tools if you have metal detector already, and then go back to the list of collections and select all after generating the route. This way you will see if there are some additional collectible items close to your route. I don't suggest you to get distracted too much, but if the item will be nearby anyway, just go and pick it up, earn additional experience, and maybe someday you will get full collection of these items. And now let's talk about leveling up Naturalist role fast. Actually, for many players this role is the toughest to level up, probably because the role itself is not that good, but still most players want to level up Naturalist to at least level 5 to unlock Wilderness Campfire, to fast travel from it, and legendary animals, to get materials for creeps mostly. First of all, you need to know that you are not getting any experience for taking samples. You only get experience when you sell samples to Harriet. By the way, most likely you will not see that you received any experience or money after selling samples to Harriet because of visual glitch, but don't worry, each time when you sell samples you get experience and money. The best way to get animal samples fast is to go to Harriet in Lagra, buy sedative ammo from her, and yes, you need vomit rifle, and then go and sedate alligators nearby, or just fast travel to Emerald Ranch and sedate farmland animals there, sheep, cows and goats. Then go back to Harriet, sell samples to her and repeat. You can actually speed up the process by paying some money and buying animal reviver from Harriet, because each time when you are reviving sleeping animal you are getting some additional experience, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. Anyway, there is another way to level up Naturalist fast and actually earn some surprisingly good money while doing so. I'm talking about getting full collections of animal stamps and trading them. If you will open weapon wheel and choose animal field guide here, you will see that there are a lot of different collection of stamps. It works the following way. When you get a sample from some animal and sell it to Harriet, you receive a stamp for this animal in this collection. And when you will unlock all the stamps for all animals in the collection, you can trade it in and receive some good amount of money and a lot of role experience. The problem is, in most collections there are animals that you will not be finding too often, so it's not gonna be easy to get the full collection. However, one collection is extremely easy to get. I'm talking about mountain and grassland habitats. Once again, you can check where to find each specific animal on interactive map, but you can find them all in this area, and the rarest animal will be Timberwolf probably, but they spawn relatively often, and when they spawn usually there are 2 or 3 of them. Just remember that when you will be selling samples to Harriet, sell them one by one, because you can get only one stamp at the time. So sell all the samples, unlock all the stamps, trade in collection, and only after that keep selling other samples. This way you will level up Naturalist role fast. And by the way, if you don't have this role yet or any other role, you can check the video on your screen and find out how to get some additional gold to purchase any role that you want or anything else. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.